Yo! The crew do be Endwalking. Hey, yo? Fuck! Ah! Heart can't handle it.
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones.
What? The end of the science?
As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees,
Oh, Elbird.
crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat.
So crazy how in the grand scheme of
That I will
things,
never rise
you
again.
did like nothing.
However,
Oh man, everyone's Heavensward designs.
I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades.
No one!
For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Yo! It's over!
There you are, Alphino.
Oh.
Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be.
Yeah?
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances.
If we're to keep up appearances?
From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
True.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Oh, it's true. The Scion started as a Shadow Corps.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
Yeah, every single one of these characters is kind of ranked up to legendary.
I look forward to that day. I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations.
Uh-oh.
To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Uh-oh.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru, as do I our next meeting.
This is so sad. Everyone's saying their goodbyes.
With that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Talk to everyone. Oh god, cutscenes for everyone? Oh, right. Might have a moment to talk. The Scion stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. After speaking with Krav, decided I'll be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Baldessian. Not only am I indebted to Master Galuf for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I never would have set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would never met you, never become a caretaker of the tower, never became a Scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good. I have to continue to do so with the students. For the added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our future promise. To embark on a new adventure together, unlike we've ever experienced before. Gambattane. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, stand ready to accompany you onto the unknown. You recall the realm of the Omicrons? When I asked if you thought I might someday be mentioned in your epic. Tis true that to earn a place at your side will be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needed to be some grand endeavor. There needed to be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you. I hope you will do the same for me. As long as you don't overexert yourself. And don't overexert yourself, and don't overexert yourself, and don't overexert yourself. I can hear Lena and Epilogue's voices each time you remind me. As much as we've already seen, still so much we haven't. Who knows? Perhaps we'll even encounter some survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some of them found themselves far from home. Should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come true, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, that partner find a new purpose, a new dream. If crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. Should a commission of interest come my way, you'll be the first to know. I still remember the day we sparred together as though it was yesterday. To think how far we've all come since then. Even now I have not abandoned my dream of besting you in single combat. Of a friendly nature, of course, though I clearly do not hold a candle to the warrior light at present. I shall continue to train diligently, that one day you might consider me an equal. Far too much blood has been spilt. Far too many lives lost. Still, I'm glad I was able to do something to repay those who showed me the path to the future. Not that our job is over, of course. Far from it. There is much that remains to be done before true and lasting peace can be achieved. To that end, Hori and I meant to set off for Corvos. We expect that the tensions between Galarians and Corvosi will only flare more with the Empire's fall. I'm so glad I was able to be here at this moment. Really consider continuing to follow Hori's footsteps. I realized it's time I found my own way of life. Otherwise, I'll never be half the man my brother is. First things first. Go to Heather Gridania, visit the Conjurer's Guild and the Archer's Guild. Do my best to brush up on my skills before I see you again. So glad Dane just passed. There was nothing I could do but pray from here. I'm so relieved to the point of tears. Everyone made it back safely. I imagine we'll have more free time now, so I was thinking of studying up on healing magic so I can make myself more useful in the future. My first stop will be the Astrologicum in Ishgard. What about Charlene Astrology? I must follow Orchard's lead, continue to hone my skills. We may have accomplished our goal and put it behind us. My time with the Scions provided memories last me a lifetime. What bliss to think I was blessed with the chance to experience unbridled brotherly love. Now that Archer has decided to set off without his dear brother. Without the two of them together, fear might suffer withdrawal. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you. Something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final day subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles. More than can be easily recalled or remembered. I nestled amongst those memories certain essential facts, the history of Aetheris, and the ancients, glimpses of Ea, cultures, and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. And become a writer? When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I baked the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape in interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation in which fails to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth. I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from its origins. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. What say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill? Reflect upon those experiences only we have shared? Seek to preserve them for posterity? Let them be read and remembered. Very well then. I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the Ea and the ancients, and of so many other wonders. But I'm no scribe. It will be less a polished work and more reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted a new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown, or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. I'm gonna miss your solo sass. I recognize you, but you didn't do much. Our Endwalker has pressing matters according to him anyway. I pity he couldn't be here to witness the monumentous occasion. He bids me to tell you congratulations. As for me, once the Scions disband, I intend to resume my work in Rogger's Reach. Arnvald will need to support Gurubania too. He would not admit as much. Well, he'll have my help whether he wants it or not. Feels a little strange now me Link Pearl's gone quiet. Since my unique skills are no longer needed for the safety of a star and all, I'm gonna become an adventurer like you, traveling far and wide. I imagine I'll start heading to Marsidia or the New World. Just need to find myself a ship first. Yo, are we going to see more of Riol? Bro, I would love to see more of Riol. No fucking cap. Riel is actually one of my favorite side characters. Him, Riel, Hori Boulder, and fucking... I don't know. Fordola. That would be a dream team, bro. Come on, right? Don't miss a chance to say a word to each and every one of our friends. After all you've been through, I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Sounds of disbanding, 'tis a shame. Even if only in name, I still fondly recall the day you granted me my uniform. Memory remains vivid. It feels like a lifetime ago. I considered returning to the Adder's Nest. Since I've come this far, I've decided to continue my journey and venture to Garlemald instead. I held a candle to the infamous Wandering Minstrel. I thought I'd share the Garlean's tale of your epic deeds. Send to them an olive branch of song, if you will. Bro, that's fucking Marm. The exploits of you and your company truly inspiration to us all. I've never felt more compelled to hone my own skills. That one day I might be able to accomplish such heroic deeds. Argemus means to visit Lim Salamanca. I'll join him and continue my search. I know not when we will meet again, but please take care of yourself. There's been naught but chaos since the Telephorai appeared. Towers, lunar primals, empires, the final days. Yet we have weathered it all, and lived to see the sunrise a new day. Now the pieces return, I can finally resume my travels with my grandfather. Perhaps we will first go to Kugane. Relax in the Boykaisen hot springs. That might be nice. Of course. My journey will not simply be for pleasure. I will collect information on the territories to travel. Perhaps I should visit Naxia via Dolma. You were but an amateur adventurer when we first met. Look at you now. You've grown quite into the fine young lass. I always knew you would. One might say I ought to settle down in my old age, but seeing you now has set my adventurous spirit ablaze once more. The first journey I set upon will be a long-winded hot springs tour with my dear friend Tomiya. Right. Thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow, akin to a pixie's path. The navigation of such farewells is perilous endeavors indeed. For their part, however, the Loprits embark on a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convey with the form, intent on assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of each other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loprits hath gleefully dispersed across the lands in the name of mutual understanding. So I'm to go across the entire world and search for these Loprits. Hydaelyn, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of this star. 'Tis Venat's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded. Their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance, and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. You are the first to truly understand them. Dost thou thinkest so? The Loprits are certainly possessed of a unique outlook. It's been my pleasure to act as their facilitator upon this star. Mayhap I might yet serve as a bridge betwixt them and our fellow man, as Moonbreeder once did for me. But I shall digress no more. They should belong to the science of the seventh dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Oft times hath mine resistance caused thee grief. Mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet, here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus, instead, I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss of the highest heavens, even I must needs founder across stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. Fuck. Lightheaded from talking in Thancred. Philomene, please say something easy. Salvation, when Philia dreamed of Eorzea, comes closer to reality with every step the Scions take. Yeah. Ah! Half the bottle, one gulp. Yes, the world may still be in the throes of change, but it is improving. I see it happening day by day. I sit here, praying that whatever new road you walk will bring you the wonder and joy you deserve. If you need a rest in between your journeys, do come and join me on the terrace for old time's sake. Cryo! Oh, Rhett, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? Yes. I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Thule. When he came to me in Charlian, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so we struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. Knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. I won't lie. I thought that was it for me. So did everyone. I'm so sorry, Rhett. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the foe without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. I shall begin the restoration of the students of Baldessian. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared for whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully, I have the staunchest of help in Raha and Ojika, other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales. We may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, because you feel a love for the task itself. Just call me for whatever, man. I'll always be there to help. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Till that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. Kryle's goodbye is like a warm blanket. Doesn't say anything stupid, she doesn't say anything sad. Speaking of stupid and sad, Estinian! What's your goodbye, bro? Are we just staring at each other? You have something to say, then out with it. Just worried how you're gonna earn your keep now. You talk as if the Scion's dissolution was more than a mere pretense. There may be few calls to action. We should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me, anyway? Any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Amric hear about the disbandment that he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium District. As a former Azure Dragoon, guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment. And have. Some days ago, a Hannish envoy arrived with word from Ritra. Rome requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed. It pertains to dragons, like as not. In Davnia, like elsewhere, phenomena caused by the final days abated when you defeated Meteon. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, I was beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Oh my god. I'll lower this light a little bit. Ah. Of those who sought refuge in Charlian, most have already returned home. Many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By any arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Charlian if they wish. Work and study. Vitra was always a satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well. One who has a complete confidence in his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons as late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed his benevolence hid under ulterior motives. 'Tis clear he cares for his people. They in turn revere him. Oh my god. Look, it's late, man. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kid sought to release from conflict. So weary were they of the suffering it wrought. They surrendered to oblivion. But Soma didn't give up. And hope made the journey to a distant Theris with his clutch of eggs. Though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred and abide in harmony. That is the legacy and their triumph. In my lands, I feel the weight of their struggles, strength of resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need for me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. Oh, Estinian, always a scamp. Tancred. Oh, our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, what about yours? And the rest of you, for that matter. On the mend, I trust? Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magic is a no. I'm impressed how swiftly you recovered. But again, it's hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. It's undefeated, a son of oblivion cut short, a source in all reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, and all hope would have been lost, but you had fast. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to. I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, Next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Urianger as aimless wandering. We have a purpose in our roaming after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the Scions on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go unattended by the nations. We'll do our best to help out where we can, where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not too far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I'm faring well and leave it at that, huh? Not to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I never would want to stand still for long. When I think of home, his rising stones, which comes to mind. How many times will we set out from this base, there to return when our work was done? On the day the Scions came together, I hoped for Menphilia to find a place where she belonged. Never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Rhett. I have a question for you. And imagine Menphilia herself asking, are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I've ever made. Easily. I can honestly say the same. All good things must come to an end. At least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running and you'll likely get a certain funny talking fortune teller into the bar. They're together forever. Rhett, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sweep of my belongings. Wouldn't do if I'd forgotten something halfway to my destination. Guess you hadn't heard, we received reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the land surrounding the bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north of Garlemald and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the north and empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Shallian may too have come under threat. Thank goodness it's all over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about. These localized crises should be well within the capacity of each nation to handle on their own. Scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say we won't be helping out where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphino. They were among the worst affected. Still need help they can get. It won't be easy. Inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing doesn't make it easier, though. That I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. No matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of the many moments your triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. Should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my best. I look forward to hearing all about the legendary Alice Leveilleur. Warrior of light of her own. Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything. That being said, next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved. Don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. Hell yeah. Lasties. forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as Father has been, tending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. It's worth. I will endeavor to write as often as I'm able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Shalien. Both Alice and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of Ildwald contingent stationed over there, Lucia and Maxima, helm of the relief effort, support from our allies, people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the temple across the lands. At least you misunderstood. We do not seek redemption for failing Licinia and her sister. There's a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth of Lord Quintus's words. The truth that, whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the Empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in relief efforts. Our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. You'd best write to me too. You're my favorite little buddy. Write you letters? Of course, I would be glad to do so. But I would be gladder were you still to come and visit. I believe I speak for Alice as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me. Good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing, and will continue to do so. Yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you, in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade, a dear friend both. Fist hand! Thank you, Rhett, from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna miss this funky little man. No, that's it! Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking of sending everyone off. Wait! Really? Nothing new? Damn. Alright. I've spoken to literally everyone in this room. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet, be well. The Argos Horn, Herois, Endwalker Footfalls, and Flow. It's over. Here's the final cutscenes. Every party going their separate ways.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Oh my god.
Where will you all be heading next?
We don't know.
Dravania, there is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library.
You're actually gonna go.
And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
Fair.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Charlian before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loperids. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
True and real.
Justinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Is he finally gonna say it?
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
Oh my god. Bitch, I gotta wait 2 years to figure out what my plans are.
Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
Goosebumps all the way down. Oh, stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. Hello.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal.
That's Elidibus' voice actor, right?
Something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Ah, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
You have whoa. You've completed the main scenario quest, Endwalker. Quests to unlock new content now become available in Old Charlian. Additionally, you may now enter dead ends with a party of NPC avatar. Rest well, champion of Aetheris. Many more adventures await you. It's over.